and we are streaming on a Sunday because I have nothing better to do. So, we have once again recovered our original name of Shadowhawk on Tenho, and the reason I had to do this is because Mark Fu unfortunately was unused for a good number of months, and hell huzzah, this meant that I lost my second Dan rating. That was admittedly not great, but hey, it was my account, and unfortunately now I'm going to go and make a new one. And this means I'm starting from the absolute bottom, and we're going to try and work our way up. So let's see how long this takes. Probably a good number of months in grinding, although better if we keep getting starts like this. This is kind of an amazing start. Not massively valuable, but hey, I'm not going to complain. Indeed, ranked games starting from the lowest of the low. But I haven't done ranked in so long, even on Soul. I haven't particularly done anything ranked, so I'm just, going to get myself back into the habit of doing these sorts of things. And jam. I mean, if I can keep getting enough jam, I might get my second Dan ranking back in almost no time. I doubt it's going to be that easy. But Ishanten, Yakuhai. Yeah, I mean, we take this. It's one harm, but we're dealer from it, so absolutely. Again, would like some Dora, like some actual value here. And 1,000 points is 1,000 points. Just too much of a grind. But that is possible, true, which is why I might start doing a regular a non-Friday stream to just try and get myself back into a reasonable position. Because even when I was doing this properly, I basically rose to top end of first down, lower end of second down. I was bouncing between the two ranks so often. It was basically a ping pong match at one point. Which honestly, yeah. That's about where I am in Soul as well, actually. I'm bouncing between 3 and, well, actually, that being said, I'm stuck at 2, and I keep bouncing up and down the top and bottom of that chart. So I know roughly what my skill level is, and it isn't as high as you might expect. There are certainly some better ranking players around me who play Tales of Confusion every now and then. But yeah, partly it's going to be lack of practice, because normally I will only play during Tales of Confusion, which is not a good barometer for skill. Usually. But yeah, we're just playing this for the sake of it at this point. Also, I've noticed my redo from start is a bit low. I might reposition that later. I basically used my streaming thing as just the easiest setup I had, and unfortunately, I had to do that. Discord joke. Basically, I had to restart my rank, so therefore, hence the out of cheese error redo from start, which is Hex's sign off when things have got confused. Yeah, basically, Discord joke. Don't worry too much about it. Okay. Also, I should probably have some background music going on, but we'll worry about that later. Anyway, we've got the ideal start. We haven't, unfortunately, got a great second hand, but it's not the worst either. Just depends on whether we can complete a couple of things dotted about. I should also definitely pay more attention to the game and the chat, which is something I'm very guilty of during Tales of Confusion normally. But hey, we shall see. We'll play the 7 now. It's isolated. We've already got rid of the 8. And I'd rather, if somebody's going to call that, I'd rather them call it early rather than late. So at least we know who to worry about. We're also keeping East as a safe tile here, so... Yeah, I mean, keeping East as a safe tile is fine. It doesn't really give us a match benefit there. If we draw a 9, it's probably not that helpful. So we'll keep the 4, see if something around the 4 happens. Hello, we have a few people here today, actually. So, hello. Yeah, this is just a random bit of nonsense. Who knows? Alright, we'll play the East in this position because, while we'd like to keep a safe tile for later, yeah, possibly Tsu is a thing. Also, every other tile could potentially be better. We might have to get rid of this one too. But... and see, the 4's become useful. Alright, that unfortunately is a problem for us now. So, I'm not sure we can... actually, 2 to 2, 3... all the 4's played. If he wants it, it's a pair or a triplet, but... okay. Importantly, past this, reach on the other side of the table. Well, we might be out of this one. Well, that's a series of events that have gone massively away from us. All right. Yeah, well. I had to play safe to one. I couldn't play safe to all. Maybe was a. This is why you don't discard Dora on the reach turn, by the way. Okay, that ranking might take us a while based on that play. Why didn't I do game fits anymore? Reasons. I mean, largely what people mostly are here for is the mahjong. Gaming videos take time. I don't have a lot of time, and my ability to record bit has been a bit cut recently. In all honesty, the last time I tried to do a streaming video, basically the system setup I'm currently using is not powerful enough to do anything particularly taxing streaming. Which is why I've been doing sort of live videos. We started playing some role playing game stuff every other week. We're currently doing Hackmaster, and yeah, mahjong is an easy thing for me to stream. And absolutely, people need more tiles. That's an early reach that I can't do a lot about, so I'm going to discard my pair. Also because it helps the hand out. As much as possible, we'll try and play our normal game against that, but playing south and east on the first discard is a very bad idea. That being said, we could still hit a reasonably nice hand from here, although that free-so makes that really awkward now. Yeah, fine. East, south, and we'll see where we are. He shouldn't want south if it's his thing, but... The question is, will the free-so pass? Almost certainly not, but we're going to have to risk it if we get the Tempire here. Reach pin through 1. CG. This is true. It's a bad tile to play, generally speaking, which is why if you're going to play it, make sure your hand is at least worth it. And currently this is reach pin through 1, which is free Han, and that's my minimum requirement for is it worth it. It's also an early reach, so it is going to be on something, we assume it's going to be on something awkward. As it happens, the free-so would have been fine, but... Was that a pair weight? Was that... Yeah, that was a 5... Actually, no, it wasn't. Not a 5-5 pair weight, actually. That was a 5-5 pair weight. Yeah, so an awkward one, which most early reaches tend to be. I'm not going to call the first one. My hand's a bit too disjointed for just take it. We'll see if we can get an improvement later, though. Is our wind, of course, but, you know, one's passed. We might get another one later. And also, we need to get into last place avoidance mode, this being Tenho. Yeah, east. You have no choice but to... there. Also, I'm at literally as low rank as it is possible for me to be right now. There is almost no consequence to me losing this other than the R number, which I never cared about when it was a thing. So, yeah, exactly. I really have nothing to lose. Okay, so we have our pair. So we're now Ishanten. Again, not the best, but it's fine for what we're doing, I suppose. I was hoping that the second West would have come out by now. No thought of Chanter here? Not especially. It's possible it could turn into that, but I'm thinking more along the lines of actually getting hand finished here. And actually, that's probably a more reliable pair, so we're going to go with this. So this allows us to accept 6-9 into it. Yeah, I'm not really thinking Chanter with this one. Chanter's too awkward. It puts us 2 back to actually get that, and it's really only going to be worth 1 open to concealed. And we might actually need the speed. Chanter's a nice upgrade, but like Itsu, it's not something you should usually force in most situations. Emphasis on usually, though. There are always exceptions. Golden rule of Mahjong. There are always exceptions. Right. I should probably play safe here. And I think that means I play West. I'd love to have called that, but again, we don't have things. 2-4, 1-2, what they're different in speed. I mean, technically, you're right. And even with the 2-4 change, you go to the free. You basically are still waiting on the free. What the 2-4 gives you, though, is if I draw a 5, suddenly I have a two-sided weight that I can go onto. So it's a half improvement, I think, or something of that nature. It's a half step better than the 1-2 being 2-4. Because then if you draw a 6, you've got the 2-4-6 shape, which gives you a lot of options. And if you draw a 5, you've got yourself a better weight. Whereas the free 1-2 can only ever take the free regardless of anything else. Also, we discarded a pair of easts, so hooray. Indeed. Well, maybe we're going for impossible hands here. Who knows? We just need a couple of safe tiles, since they are definitely going to be safe tiles for the rest of the game. Okay. Impossible hand is clearly the play here. Yeah. Oh, also, Arthur has decided to join us, haven't you, Arthur? Now we'll see. He might decide to climb up. If he does, then disaster will happen, and he will basically choose my next discard. So, Ishanten for a pair weight, unfortunately, but can't help that right this second. It's too late to pivot to Chitoy. We don't have Dora. We also are quite a way away from it. And we're at... Yeah, 4-pair in the middle row, probably not the best time to start thinking Chitoy, but... Especially since we're basically Ishanten here as well, so... minor upgrade there. Well, it's not going to be... It's, again, not going to be worth anything, but... Tenpai is Tenpai right now, I guess. Oh, live red. Why do it have to be a live red? Alright, cut the Wests. So now we're leaning towards just getting Tanyo and hoping that the red becomes safe somewhere. Okay. I mean, not a disaster, but with one call, terminal call as well, could have been. Alright, back to Ishanten then. Tanyo. Ideally be on this sort of irregular 3-4 weight, but... waiting on the Dora. Reach Dora. Okay, pursued. We're going to be punished. Well, he had a better weight, so I can't argue against that one. Oh, that's just unfortunate. I mean, we're dealer again, so we'll take whatever positives we can get out of this. But yeah, this is oh boy, we need a bit of a comeback here. The hand's good. This one's okay. If we can get Medora in, perfect. West does nothing for us. Okay. Ishanten. Maybe I should play 6 over the 2 there, but... I guess technically speaking, if I draw anything off of connect to the 6, I could always reach on Medora and just go for reach Pinfu. Pinfu versus Adora, same value, so... Yeah, and it's early enough that I'd get away with a 4-so reach. Yeah, I'm not too worried about him holding a random 4 at this point. And also he's given us 6 as a definite safe tile here. Ideally, we'd like to be on the 2-5 here, but Oh, I don't like a pair weight here. Nope, I'm not going to take that. I'm not taking that one. So we could have gone into the pair weight there, but then we basically have reach only, which as dealer is sometimes fine, but I'm in a position where I need some points. So we're going to at least go for reach and 1. Well, there's the south. And we deal in. To be fair, that would have happened regardless, but reaching or not, but it's still annoying. Okay, well. Now we're playing Weird Silly Buggers Mahjong, I think is the play here. I think the reasoning is fine because I wasn't in a position where I absolutely had to get any win. If I was on 60k on 6,000 as the dealer, then I'm in a position to win anything. I had enough points to be a little more picky, at least go for this more certain thing with a bit more value, multi-sided weight and whatever else over the pair weight. But yeah, I didn't have him on that hand, unfortunately. Double rebuy, well, I got one more shot at that. I think my best bet here. Well, we'll see. Best bet here might be Chitoy. Which I guess if we're going for it this early. So we're on discard 4, so this is early enough that we can have a go at this. Play the half CG to the 9. We also see a 6 already out, so that helps. Okay. Dora indicator. So Chitoy on the dragon isn't the best typically, but it's not the worst either. Especially when we don't have a Forso to randomly be on, so... No, I mean, it is a Suji, but it's a middle Suji, so I don't particularly like that one. 7's not good either. We should get rid of 7 at some point, but it's... It's likely our discard thing there too. It's towards the outside. Not giving us a lot. Basically, the play here is reach Chitoy, Sumo, and 2 Urudara to get Hanuman. That puts us back in the game. Puts us on 18k at that stage. 2 dragons have been gone, so we'll allow that to pass. 1 green has been played. So if we can hit Tenpai now, waiting on the green dragon's quite good. But that's a probable Tenpai from up top, and we're drawing dragons that can't be the last pair. Yeah. Well, it's, I believe, Yakuman or bust now. Actually, how close are we? 17. Here's dealer. So if we get a Hanuman, we do overtake him if we Hanuman Sumo. But really, yeah, this is miserable. This one here. We're gonna have to forget about this game. Oh dear. Maybe I'm just gonna stay at this rank for the remainder of my time. We'll see. Yeah, I don't even. There's almost no point in me completing a hand here because, like, unless I can get to 3rd, I'm still not going to gain anything for it. Even 3rd doesn't gain me anything, but. What is the absolute best hand I can get out of this? Because I think the plan should be whatever the best hand I can possibly get here is, that's what I should aim for, regardless of how likely it is. So I'm thinking here we're going Chinitsu, Pinzu. Pinsy Chinitsu. We're going straight for it. If we bust out, we bust out, but that is our plan. And while it seems absolutely insane to do this kind of thinking, this has occasionally worked for me. We're not getting 9 gates. 9 gates is impossible. I don't need a 9 gates. I need a Hanneman, sir. This is important. The important distinction. I'm not going for the dream hand. I'm going for the most realistic hand that would do enough. So for that, we need a Hanneman, and for that, we need a concealed Chinitsu or a Chinitsu with Itsu or Pinthu. Those are the conditions in terms of ease of getting to them. Or we need to Khan some things. Or we need other people to Khan some things. That would work as well. Well, at the moment, we're still 6 away, but we are actually closer to Tenpai, so... This would also be very helpful if we would. All right, Chinitsu Itsu. There we go. We can do this. We've only got 2 7s to play, a middle, 2 middle Manzu. This is entirely doable. With, what, 8 more draws left. Actually, if we can get 1 9 into this hand as well, that also gets us the open Shinitsu thing there. So yeah, we have a plan. It is a silly plan. We are continuing with this plan onto death. And we will call that last 3 pin if it comes off, because we know we need a pair. At this point, I'm desperate enough for anything, and we got another pair. Okay, perfect. So what we now need to draw is an 8 or a 9 pin. Reach on... Alright, we have 2 players in Tenpai. Again, we didn't really have a lot we could do against that, and he had Kitoitsu as well. That's a really... Ah, well. Minus 64. That's about where it was when I left, actually. That hasn't changed. Oh, well. Here we go again. Ignore that. So fundamentally, nothing has changed. Let's see how this one goes. South to start. It's interesting. It does, in fact, look like a hand. We'll have to see whether it will still look like a hand once we're done with it. Okay, good. So, Ishanten here. So, Ipeiko... Actually, we'd probably be on the freeze. If we can draw a Friso, that'd be amazing. But it's likely we're going to end up waiting on it in some way, shape, or form. There's a half flush going on up top. Probably Sozu based on his discards, but yeah. Could be annoying, because I feel we're probably going to have to play our 1-so into it. Nope. More dragons. Yeah, getting the free zone, just being on the dragon on the Pinfu Dora weight would be ideal. Nope, it's Ton Dora free. Shame, but it happens. And we didn't lose any points this time. Okay, so 2 Dora, 3 pairs, some progression available, I guess. Okay. So 4 pairs, but most likely we're just going to call this and go for the hand, depending. Though if we do get the 9, it's going to be interesting. Yeah, I think we go for this way round. Maybe we should have cut the 1 over the 2 there, but I feel it's about the same at the moment. Oh, I'm glad we did that way round. All right, maybe Toy Toy as well. This might be greed, but this is now quite a ridiculous hand. Yeah, let's get rid of it early because otherwise it's going to be a problem. Yeah, I think the greed monster is taken over here, but it's fine. I'm on tilt from the last game. I will accept that of myself. I also know where quite a lot of Adora are now. That West should be fine. Well, if we get a chance to go in for it, we will. Yeah, we also had East. They got us to a free hand. Also, we might have got the third. I will wait. Dora Dora. And it's still a 30k game, so no mistakes have been... Well, some mistakes have been made, obviously, but, no major mistakes have been made if we're still in the game before our dealer turn. All right, is this going to be a possibility? Maybe. I'm not going to take that just yet. That seems okay. Oh, we have some early carnage, giving us no help right this moment. Well, possibility is off the cards for the time being, I think. Sandskews a potential. It does look as if the hand would have been Itsu had we carried on, unfortunately, but hey. Alright, so multi-yak high up top. We're going to just play safe for the moment. Can always play the 2-pin as a safe tile, which is kind of why I'm reluctant to let it go now, but... Oh, good draw. Can we make either the 4 or the 7 pass in? Not entirely. Well, let's start with 1 pin. That's unfortunate. Now we're going to have to... Don't think we can go for that. Yeah, we first entrapped ourselves. Ishanten. Although I don't see how we can make the 7 so pass against him right this moment. Well, I don't think this passes, but we'll give it a go anyway. Okay, Dora Dragon in hand. That's a better configuration than the 779. We may end up reaching Amadora Dragon here, which is a little scary, but still possible we could pair it. I mean, actually, still weirdly possible we could be waiting on it, but we committed now that we've not discarded it in the first row, so we're going to keep it and see what happens. Not right now. Yeah, I guess we'll follow up for the time being. Oh, zero help coming to us at this point. All right, that'll count as some help. Thank you. I will stop complaining now. All right, interesting. Well, that position is really annoying for us because I cannot, in good conscience, play a white into that, and I can't play a 6-so into that either. So about to hit Tenpai. Not yet. Too safe up top. Reasonably safe to the right, because there was a recent one. Well, we had to concern about losing additional points, so there's at least that going for us. 5, 6, 7, 8. Is our form that bad that I've genuinely got to go for this? Well, I can't change it anymore, so we might as well. And we'd have drawn a south. Actually, I don't know if that was the tile you drew or not, but hey, we could have drawn a south. I think what we're going to do here is we're actually going to play out and just see how this goes on pairing up our Yakuhais. But also just the fact that West is attacking that fast means we're probably not going to have the time for this. Oh, I'm tempted to call that, but we don't have anything to support it right this second. Triplet over 9s, you say? All right. All right, not impossible. We still got red as our safe tile. T's just been played, so that's fine. Downside is neither of these are bonus sets, but you know. What can you do? Yeah, that was the last north. There's an east left. So this might end up just crippling itself on the basis I can't call it. Although, pairs is back on. This would be a great late pairs push. We discarded a pair ourselves. Like the east and north are gone, so pairs are in the actual option left here. And it's evaporating. Well, play safe and see how this goes. Reaching into a free call Honitsu. Seems like a thing. Right. Seven was also played right after the reach, but I missed that, so that's on me. But he's got a safe tile for now. Nope, we have a disconnect. You'd hope so, but it's not definite. I mean, we got 4 safe tiles here if we just... Yeah, we've already kind of abandoned this one anyway, so we can just go north-northeast and stay out. Oh, he might have been able to get a 7 pair together if it came to it, but... Yeah, attacking a free call Honitsu Dora for reach only, because you can't counter Dora in this position. Yeah, that was very aggressive. But that's what we're going to have to get used to, I think. This is a good start. Probably going to cut this and just go for a Tanya Pinfu, but... I mean, I guess pairs was technically an option when we had 4, but I'd like the Tanya Pinfu better than pairs right now. Oh, we could have got 5 pairs. Okay. Well, we'll see. Yeah, I'm much happier with the Tanpin. Tanpin Sanchku was a potential top side as well. 6-pin 6-0 here, we've got it. No pairs. I mean, it happens. Mathematically, it shouldn't, but it does happen. I think the game is trying to send me a message, and I don't like the message it's trying to send me. Alright, we're up against it. Up against the thing. Numbers seem to be broken. Oh dear. So let's say we got a 6 or a 6. Oh, that is a really bad draw right now. That might actually put us out of this. We can still go Tanya if we can get a 6 there, but we're going to have to call it this side of it. I mean, that's not actually that much safer. Open Sanj Q. No, I'm going to say no. If I had Tidora, I'd have absolutely said yes, but I've said no to that. Oh, how much of a gamble is this? Screw it. It passed. Yeah, I think I haven't got this configured correctly. This is just what I put together in no time, so bear with me. I'll see what I can actually do when I get a few spare moments here. We are going to declare Ron, though, with the upper end, and I'm going to quickly do an adjustment there. I know why. It's because I've got the down filter on, which I normally have to have for Soul, but apparently doesn't work for this. Let's just remove about 70 from the top filter. That should do it. He's got to reconfigure it a little bit, but that should hopefully at least be somewhat visible now. All right, anyway, north. I can also nudge this down a little bit because otherwise redo from start's going to take over. 1. Yeah, so it puts us in the third. Double south in the south round, and a hand that's not amazing, but not bad. Also, because I've adjusted everything, I've now got to go and sort my things out. I've got my thing on the wrong side. There we go. Right, done. East. Double Yakuhai Dora. This is fine. Actually, double Dora. Double Yakuhai, double Dora. Yeah, I need that I need double Dora far too Tenpai. Waiting on the fated Sanzo. But yeah, I absolutely had to take the double Dora there. Wow. Well, I shouldn't have won that. not that quickly, anyway. Yeah, there are certain tiles you don't play against somebody who's made multiple calls. Sanzo being one of them. Alright, well, this dealer at least we got to respect a little bit with the South call. Doesn't always, but, you know, it's a risky tile for a reason. Anything from 3 is no more risky than 4, generally speaking. But, you know. There's still tiles you don't want to play unless you know they're safe. Middle tiles generally fit that category. I'm annoyed I haven't kept Bubble 8 there. Actually, that should have been something I did, but hey. So, South on its C. So, South Dora 1 is what's showing from the dealer here, so we at least have to be wary of that. But having got rid of 2 loose Manzu, which actually weren't loose, I could have used them. Is probably fine here. Let's go red. Good draw. Mischiforso. Yeah, I think we get one pin here. I'd probably have to throw them anyway, but Tanyo seems like our best bet for sneaking around whatever he's doing. Immediately rewarded. Downside is we've got to cut a 7 pin to make this work, which might be dodgy. Let's risk it now. We have 2, so... Okay. Well, we're giving somebody else the risk, so there's at least that going for us, I guess. With 1s and 4s all gone as well, our 2-3 is not the best weight. That, however, is a semi-live dragon. I'm going to play the 8. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Was probably worth waiting 1, and we've actually been rewarded for that. A slight misplay, I guess. Still need a pair. But I'm happy enough to go aggressive here and see if we can snipe a win. Doesn't happen. 1-4. Okay, well, to me, this looks like we're going for a Honitsu attempt of some kind. And I'm even going to say that early enough that we're going to do it. Might even be a full Chinitsu here, depending on how lucky we are with the dealer giving us things. Yeah, we're only going to take the 1, though. Still need a pair, but draw a 7, that gives us the double run here. And we probably aren't carning, but there's always the possibility we do later. Tanya is also a backup option for this hand as well, so we'll just keep that open. But preference is for Chinitsu here. Chinitsu puts us on top. Ishanta and Chinitsu. 6 more draws. Well, we accidentally clicked that Khan button. Oh, that's the free man we really needed. Free man? God, you know it's safe. Only 5 will do. It also means we got a Hanneman, if this goes way off. Also means there is no chance of us being able to Khan. Go on, play it too, man. You know you want to. He does! He bizarrely wants to. I've got a definite Hanneman showing, and you play that? Alright, fine. There may be some carnage this round, but it's not going to be instantaneous. And he's decided he wants none more of that. Now, of course, occasionally. I'm more referring to the sort of game system giving me the tile I need, but occasionally you can ask for a tile in Mahjong Soul or in Tenho, and occasionally the system will throw it up for you. I've never seen that quite happen with a player I desperately want it from, but... Yeah, we're probably going to be canning the next useful tile we draw here, but I'm not going to go necessarily out of my way to do it. Second down, really? I remember when I was that rank, I'm sure I wouldn't have done silly things like that. I'll count that as a useful enough draw. Well, we got White Dragon Fedora there, so... Yeah. I mean, after the first couple, I'd have probably taken the hint. Oh, I wish I could call that, but I'm not sitting west. Well, this is the last hand, so it's not impossible. Possibly, I wasn't paying attention that closely. It's possible I disconnected before that happened, but I'm fairly certain that the red number's fairly obvious, and I don't remember seeing it. Well, we are about to reach on something, I think. Well, that's actually not a bad draw for us, actually, given things. Yeah, that's ideally what we'd like to draw. Didn't happen. Rage quit, I assume. But if you come down here to bully people at a lower rank, expect people trying to climb the rank again, I guess. I don't want to person. The thing is, this is the best discard, but I don't want to be in a position where I have to throw this. And I'm not. This is acceptable. Do I reach here? Yeah, there's enough draws left. I'm going to reach this. I'm dealer. We'll put some pressure on people. There's a single 4-pin left. We probably won't get either, but you know. Well, okay. We know where 2 Dora are. There's cards available. It's a rage crit from a second dance, slumming it in the lower tier tables, so there. We had a bit. Yeah, that's a much better weight. I can't argue with that one. I can argue with his Hanneman at the end, but he did have a much better weight than us, so that's fair. Hey, a 15 of the 20 points I need for the first of the many levels I need to climb. Let's go for another one. I think it's auto discard for the most part. I've seen some analysis on it, but I'm fairly certain Tenho does auto discard for the main part. Which I think is fairest. If you ask it to do basic sort of defense, it can be, if it's got any kind of behavior that's built in like that, that can be analyzed and manipulated. I'm fairly certain the easiest and safest way for a fair disconnected player is just for them to auto discard everything. They do, and in tournament play, it's usually good manners to wait your timer out and see if it comes back. But we're not in tournament play. We're in ranked, where we have to assume people are out for blood as well as ranking points. Okay, so Tanyo Ipeko, maybe. Okay, not the worst. Potentially other things from this hand then as well, I guess. Hatsu. Are you winning? No and yes. I've gone 4 and 2 in my attempt to reach 9th queue thus far. But on the plus side, losing that very first game, I had nothing to lose. Card's interesting. We might debate that a little later. We'll give it a 10. Everything's a net positive at 9th queue. Well, I'm not even at 9th queue. I've got to get to 9th queue, which I will hopefully do at the end of this game, as long as I don't make any... Mahjong is loss, absolutely. Nobody wins. Well, hopefully somebody does. Otherwise, what is the point of what we're doing? Yeah, I've been putting this off for a little while. I'm actually going to just force a Tanya here. Well, absolutely. But I haven't quite managed that yet. I mean, I had somebody else basically deal me a very, very, very generous Chinitsu Dora 1 with 3 calls already on the board. He'd also provided most of the other things I got, and then decided to rage quit out, but yeah, Tanya 1. I wanted to wait, but it just wasn't going to happen, unfortunately, I don't think. 1, 2, 3, yeah, okay. We've got more trip pairs than anything else here. Wait. Why stop at Diamond? Because that's how far his one got. He was full of jam, and the jam said that's where it ends. I'm feeling a little greedy here. We're going for Cheetoy, and I'm going to see if we can do something really silly with it. Or I can just start calling, because that's a thing I could do early enough here. I'm not committed to this necessarily. Yeah, okay, fine. Screw it. Screw it. We're not even 9th queue. We can play badly, and we got excuses for it. We're going for this. I've got enough terminals and enough ability to do this that I'm just Let's force a quick chanter. Chanter West. Do our passes. Thankfully, we got that early. Not sure we'll necessarily get Toy with it, but the option is there. So... Okay, Ishanto. Honrose. I doubt it, but... But, I mean, based on what we got, there's no reason not to play it. Tenbai. So Chanter Char only 2k-ish, but hey, we'll take all the 2,000 point hands we can get. And if we do draw that 1, this is going to be something weird. Another 2,000 points for us then. Oh, 2,600 actually. 1 and 2, but I'm not going to say no to 2,000 points. Alright, white. Would you go for 9 for the upgrade? Probably not, in all honesty. Well, yeah, okay. I probably would call for 9 in that exact position for it, but it wouldn't be my focus to call for upgrades necessarily before that point, because I'd still be quite happy to just take the Shah Chanter, but it wouldn't necessarily be top of my agenda if it was going to in any way interfere with the actual winning handness of the hand. Basically, what Carol is saying, yes, 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 always yes. But again, the consideration is, does it get me closer to Tenpai or does it get me further away from Tenpai? Provided it doesn't cause any problems, yes. Okay, so we got the East, we got 1, we got 3. Now this is going Chanter. I mean, this is also our turn to become dealer, so we'd like to get something quick to just manage that. Sanchku potentially is a thing here, but more likely we're just going to have to see if that last East comes up, and if it doesn't, we'll just go for Pinfu cutting the 1s, I would guess. Actually, probably cutting the 3s in this position if we are getting towards that. Nice. Yeah, okay, no, we'll go with that. So we're going to have to cut one of the pairs anyway, so let's go this way around with it. We can also cut the 8. Oh, no. There's no point at this one. Sorry, I'm rambling a little bit here, but I kind of get... I know what I mean. I've got a pair to get rid of, ultimately, but there's no benefit as to which one I get rid of at this point. Unless these start snaking upwards severely, it's not going to be... it's not going to get myself into other things. But drawing an 8 here, or a 6-man 8 so would be ideal. And 1 man should be relatively safe, given we see 3-3. I don't see a lot, but most of the low ones we are seeing, so... I should also have calls turned off at this point, but we still might get that East, which changes the equation slightly if we get that. So no, we can't afford to turn calls off. Okay. So, Ishanten. Of course. All right. We can still hit Tenpai on the force, though, so that's what we're going to go for at this point. Well, okay, we have hit Tenpai on the force, so... But... Didn't get Sanchki, so this is just East only, but East only is fine. With 3 more discards to go. Yeah, I can't justify force so in this position, so we're going to have to say goodbye to that. No, we have another thing to worry about, but 7 pins should at least be relatively safe right now. So 1 more discard to go. And we have... Oh, yeah, 2 pin. Okay, that's fine. Most of it solves that out for you, and I don't have to work out what's actually safe to both. Oh, Colton didn't hit Tempai. So what was he on? He was on a pairway 8-4. So, yeah, good thing we didn't decide to risk that. Would have been very silly to do so, but at least, we were correct to not be silly to do so. All right, Gila repeat. West calls north. Oh, we're just going to keep rolling the 2 pins. Which he wants this time. Well, okay. I mean, nothing much we can do about this. It's just a fast hand, which is probably going to be Honitsu by the end of this. So we're just going to play assuming it's Honitsu and see how this goes. We don't have a lot of Pinsy tiles anyway, so we'll see if we can develop around it. I'm not going to give them anything that might potentially help them until we know it's safe. And yeah, actually, I don't know what I played Vidora there, but I was relatively certain that was safe. It could have been Chanter, I suppose. Something I should probably have been at least somewhat aware of or thinking about before I play the Vidora. But turn 2 Dora is usually fine, and I'm fairly certain he is on Honitsu. So we're just going to give him no help. So pair's the thing we could sneak into. I'd say maybe he is on. That would be a weird Sanshiki thing, but nah. Okay. So I'll let other people play some risky tiles here and see how that goes. Okay, 5 pin passing. Interesting. Maybe trying to get Chanter as well. I didn't think it necessarily was from his initial discards, but it could be a Chanter push. And now we have a pair of Wests, so we're a little more secure about this. Still not definitely so, because he could be on a pair on something, or just kept a single one. But if somebody else is willing to risk it, then I guess we can afford to later, but not right now. Well, I mean, it benefits me. It means I'm starting first, and overall, I didn't lose anything for that potential sumo that was happening. But yeah, that was a little needless, I think. So, Tanyo, most likely what we're going to end up going for with this hand. Maybe Tanpin if we're a little fortunate, but we got a lot of pairs in our opening thing here, so. Well, we're up to 4 pairs. 7 pairs is not impossible from here. Tanyo, 7 pairs, and whatever else, but. But yeah, I feel it's going to be more likely that we go for something akin to Pinfu here. So hit this for the 2-4-6 shape and hope that we get the 3 reach on that. Yeah, that's fine. So Ishanten, hoping to get a 3 or 5 to give us the Pinfu. Would keep that possibly, but we've already played a 1, so that gives us a for a 10 position that I'm not entirely. We don't need to worry about. We don't need to put ourselves for a 10 with that. 9 does nothing. Yeah, I have a triple, which is fine in this position. We've got Tanya. I don't need to necessarily have both. I'm dealer. Any win will do. But I still prefer to be on the 2-sided weight if it comes to it. Okay, didn't take the first 5, did take the second 5, which is interesting. No, I mean, that kind of accepting the 2 would allow us to potentially get to a Pinfu weight a bit more easily, but that also puts us for a 10, or potentially for a 10 later. Well, we got to that, which I'm a little surprised about in many ways, but hey, Tenpai is Tenpai. We've already played a 7 out, so we'll play ours. They're about the same with regards to things that I did more in the 2-sided weight rather than necessarily Pinfu. But again, I'm trying to subtract information by discarding what I'm already playing rather than playing the 4, even though the 4 might be safer. Yeah, I ramble a lot. Don't worry about it. It's rarely what I say is what I mean. Okay, call over there as well. Probably a call for Tenpai this late. So 1 more draw to go through. Or 2 more draws to go through, actually. Yeah. It was worth the attempt. And we didn't lose a lot by it. Dora East. So the question is, will we get 1 very, very quickly, or should we just get rid of it immediately? It is no longer the East round, so it's less critical to definitely get rid of it now, but it's something I want to consider soon. Okay, we're considering it, and we're saying no. We're keeping that now. Okay, so Dora 2. Question is now, will we get lucky enough to draw the 5-man for Pinfu, or will we be waiting on the 5-man? Or will we in fact draw 7 and just be able to extend it out? Let's see. Should probably play 7 over the 1 there, but hey. Minor inefficiency. I will make worse ones later, I'm sure. You being a silly boy, Artie. I don't know how well this is going to appear on camera, but our cat is being silly in the corner. Say hi, Artie. Also, what's going on? East. Not going to play that. Ugh. I was about to say 6 would be ideal for what we're working with at the moment, but yeah, that'll work too. Okay. Ishanten. 25369. For reach Dora free. There is a Chinitsu against us here, but I'm going to reach this anyway. We've got a three-sided weight. There are some winners. Some of my winners are out, but I feel this is still a good enough reach. Especially with a person trying to push tiles that are not Manzu. Possible Sanshku as well, yeah. This might have been a good Dharma, but I also need to... I don't know. I don't think Dharma would necessarily give me any benefit on this table at the moment. I don't think I'd gain any benefit from just hiding. Because, I mean, you're still playing tiles like there's no tomorrow anyway. You're completely ignoring the Chinitsu threat, so I don't think if I hadn't, I've made any difference with this. In fact, I'd be. Let's see. Am I willing to put money on this? I'll put a penny on the free pin coming out of somebody before the end of this game. If I see Sumo bets off, but. Bets off because I sumoed. Well, I hit one error, which is enough to get me Hanneman anyway. You could have doubts, but honestly, I don't feel that it's going to matter at this point. They weren't playing safety against me at all anyway, even with the reach out there. I don't think I would have won any quicker. This may be implying Tiles of Confusion rule set to this, but you know, as I mentioned, this is Ipan. Yeah. And hey, that point barrier allows me to make some mistakes now, so there is that. Having capacity to make a mistake is sometimes an important thing, especially when I'm playing. Indeed, not mistakes. Yeah, we're too bad. We'll get rid of these. Might switch to Tanyo in a moment. I mean, we have a pair of second downs on the table. I mean, anything could happen. I mean, that's the rank I was never able to ascend beyond at any point, and mostly fluctuated between 2 and 1. So I've got to respect them as somewhat as players if they're slumming it in the Ippon League anyway. All right, I think this is too many calls for me to really do a lot against here. If we get incidental Tanyo Tenpai, we'll take it, but I feel we're just going to let these two run into each other a little bit. Well, one's only a first down, so we'll let him off, but... what we got 6. That should be fine against... The problem is these are both playing Manzi Honitsu, so I don't really want to be playing Manzi tiles into that if I can avoid it. Got 2 so that will be safe as well, so we'll just start... we'll start playing around them a bit. Or to keep drawing 9 pins. If we keep drawing 9 pins, we can't lose. Why Dragon only reach? I mean, that's... I mean, yeah, it's Dora, so no fair. He wasn't going to improve his hand any. I just was looking at it and thought, why didn't you at least wait to see if the Sanshiki was on? But actually, there was Dora white, so okay. Well, this is a fast start, so we'll see if we get any ability to call and accelerate things a little bit. But this is looking like double South Chanter if we can do anything about this. Okay. Yeah, no reason not to go with this. I think we pretty much, even if we end up on the 9 only, this is still fine. And we don't as it happens. Okay. No call. Yeah, there's no we could upgrade this to Honitsu, but I don't think we need to. We can stay on the South one, which I think is a fair enough weight right now. I mean, Chanter only to become dealer. Absolutely fine. And the fact that we look so much like we're Honitsu means the one so's more readily able to come out of people's hands, I guess. Just to be aware of what people are doing and any tempo indicators that are around, because the last thing you want to do is to tunnel vision and go into this. There we go. Chanter only. Alright, any win will do, and we are out of this barren wasteland that is unranked. And into 9th Q rankings, where things can only go up again. I'll say I'd like a better hand for this, but hey, we'll see what happens. We're last dealer, we have the advantage, so it's on other people to try and beat us, and even if they beat us by a lot, we still get plus points, so... So long as we don't finish last, basically, we will promote ourselves, so let's just avoid that, shall we? If not, I'm going to lay on for at least one more game. Well, that was rapid. Well, okay then. I am okay with this. That was a rapid hand. Well, okay. If he'd have reached, I'd have actually potentially had problems there. Anyway, promotion. The Shadowhawk is back on the ranking trail and has a 15-15 score, which I'm above baseline for the first time in absolutely forever. But anyway, I'm going to call that a stream. I may do this again next week. I may do this at a random time next week. Who knows? But either way, climbing the ladder, I guess. See you around.